Hey yo, my tabletop sports gaming friends. This is Bob Hansen coming to you live from the Sports Field Plots for the All-Star game between East and West in the Great Lakes Baseball Association. So, a few things here before we get started. I made a special card set for these. As you can see, these cards here, they have the West Division or East Division, and then they have the nice little team name at the top here for each of the players. So we'll be playing with a special card set today. Um, you'll notice that I have some chips out here on some of the cards, like this one here, orange chips, and there's a clear chip out here, which you can barely see on Ricky Roynell. Those are indicative of whether or not the given player is a gold or an iron player as far as fielding is concerned. It's just a quick visual reminder for me so that it makes fielding a little bit quicker and being able to read stuff on the cards for those. It should be noted that they're on there if they're either gold or semi-gold or iron or semi-iron in those cases. Other than that, uh, the only scoring I'm going to be doing is on this little app here. I'm not going to be doing any formal scoring for this event. I really don't care uh, about the game stats or anything like that. And at the end of the day, I only care about who wins the game. So nothing really much else than that. So I see David Little is on here. Hey Dave, how you doing? Welcome. And all right, we're gonna get started here. So all right, and you'll see here on the screen here, I have the dice and the results for the main chart results. So if you haven't seen one of my videos before, this is off of a helper app that I wrote using HTML and React, which if you're into web programming, you know what that means. If not, then that probably meant absolutely nothing to you. Uh, so I have this little helper app here, and that's gonna you'll see the results of those for the main charts. Um, you won't see them for any of the other chart roles that we'd have to do. One other thing, both teams are going to be starting out at semi-harmonious, and there will be no hot or cold batters for this. I'm not going to do that for this. I consider they're all coming in somewhat hot, so it evens out, so nobody's really hot or cold. This is an all-star game, so they're all like pumped up, ready to play the game. All right, here we go. So we're going to start off with Kyle Drees. He plays for the Madison Monarchs. He will lead off today. And pitching is Jonathan Petrie of Fort Wayne. And these pitchers, I have a whole stack of pitchers here. As you can see here, these pitchers aren't meant to last more than an inning, so they're going to get replaced frequently. It is an all-star game. That's normally not how it works. So, all right. So here we go. We'll get the roll going. And first one is asking if the pitcher is a star. He's not. Slugger or sad sack? No. And so it's going to be a single. So we already have our first base runner of the day. Kyle Drees on base on first base. All right. And that will bring up Maury Lynn. And Maury Lynn is from the St. Paul Sluggers. Maury Lynn is asked whether or not the pitcher is flash or fresh. So that's for Jonathan Petrie. He is flash, it is fresh, so that will be a strikeout. That is one out. Jorge Gonzalez from Racine Robbins is next up. Flash, strikeout unless he's a good eye. He doesn't have good eyes, so that is two outs. I'll bring up Ricky Roynell. And it's asking if the pitcher is the ace. Yes, he is. And that will be a fly out center field, three outs, and one hit, no runs, no errors. And we go to Damaso Aceves from Fort Wayne. He will lead off for the East. And pitching is Fernando De La Rosa from the Racine Robbins. All right. So we have here Struggler, no. A ground out, first or third. That'll bring up Tito Valenza from Erie. Is the batter patient, semi-patient? And the decider die says that yes, he is. So that is a walk. And we have a runner on first. All right. Vince Hairston is up. Wild pitcher? Nope. Slugger or utility? Yes. Line out to shortstop unless he's a whiffer. He is not. So is this going to be a line up to shortstop? That is the second out. That'll bring up Johnny Fortune from Kalamazoo, from my Kalamazoo team. Here we go. All right. Struggler. Nope. And that'll be a ground out. So that'll end the inning. And all right. So Jonathan Petrie will be coming out the game. Like I said, everybody's going to be pitching an inning here pretty much. So Sashia Matsunaga from the Erie Lakers will be pitching. And he'll be pitching to Doug Rosello of the Racine Robins. And if those names sound familiar, this is the same. The Racine Robins are the same team that Steve Tower runs in his History Maker Baseball for his Minutemen. All right, so it's asking if the pitcher's fresh. He is. That's a strikeout. 1 out. That'll bring up Solomon Horn. Wild? No. Eager? No. It's going to be a ground out unless he's patient. Semi-patient, yes. That is a walk. So runner on first. I should be indicating to who had the hit. Maury Lynn, I think, had the hit. I should be indicating whether or not these pitchers these batters are hot. I know Doug Rosello had a strikeout. I don't remember anybody else having a strikeout. I should be indicating this so if they come up to bat again, they get a hot or cold result check. I know whether or not, because I'm not scoring. So, okay. So that brings up Josh Bell. Man on first and 1 out. All right. Hero. Yes. Single. And that will be a hit. And a runner on first and second. And that will bring up Estubio Felix from St. Paul. All right. Struggler. No. Champion or patient? No. That'll be infield drama. Trying to look at our infield drama chart. You won't be able to see this chart. It's asking if the shortstop is iron. No, he is semi-gold. So it is going to be ground out. Oh, wait, no, if he's gold, he's semi-gold. No, he is not gold. So it will be a batter safe at first on an error. So there'll be an error. And Travis is on first on an error. Oh, wait, no, not Travis. Oh, that was who we're checking. Sorry. No, sorry. Estubio Felix is safe at first on an error, so it loads the bases. There we go. And that brings us to our pitching spot, and they're going to be replacing their pitcher anyways. So we're going to bring in Steve Van Gorder to hit. Steve is a iron outfielder, so we're not going to be using him as a defensive replacement during the game. So we'll use him as a pinch hitter. Okay, so we'll roll for him. All right. Is he eager? No, and that's a walk, and we just walked in a run. All right. So, brings us to Kyle Drees. I'll just put this over here for now. All right, it's Kyle Drees. And we're going to a chemistry roll. All right. Chemistry roll is batting team harmony, semi, yes. Uh-oh, fence. Uh-oh, this is not good. All right. Fence chart. He's a scrapper, though. So it's a single. And a one base single, or one hit single as well. Okay. This brings up Maury Lynn. I cannot believe Sashia Matsuyama is getting just clobbered like this. Crazy. All right. Wild, nope. Eager, nope. Ground out to second unless he's patient. Semi-patient, no. That will be a ground out fielder's choice. So basically, this will get in a run. Well, actually, it was hit to the second baseman. Yeah, he'll probably take out that guy. That'll play to another run, but it also an out. All right. Brings up Jorge Gonzalez. And all right. Wild pitcher or nope. Eager. Nope. Ground. Oh, we got the same result. Wow. Eager, ground out to second unless he's patient. He is. That'll be a walk. So the bases are once again loaded. I need to update this because he's on base now. He's actually on base. All right. Brings up Ricky right now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Oh boy. All right. Gold catcher. I don't think the. Oh, yes, there is a gold catcher. Yep, strikeout unless he has a good eye. He does not, and that'll be it. But not before doing some damage. 3 runs. And that will be it for Steven Gorder, and that will also be it for Fernando De La Rosa. Femi Suzuki is coming into pitch. Femi is from the Madison Monarchs. All right. That'll bring up Travis Harvey up to bat at the bottom of the second inning. All right, Travis Harvey. Pitcher and the batter the same. Righty, strikey outy. All right, that's 1. Demetrius Farrow is up. And he is struggler. No, ground out to first or third. So that's 2 outs. Matt Hubestek from the Indianapolis Aeros. Runner first thrown out. Nope. Leadoff batter. Nope. Fly out to right field. And that was a quick 1-2-3 inning. All right. Sashin Matsuyama is done for the East. Sonny Haskins will be coming on from Fort Wayne to face off with Doug Rosello. And yeah, I'm not keeping up on these very well. We're just going to assume that everybody's neutral. All right. Doug Rosello. Struggler, no. Champion or patient, no. Infield drama. Third baseman iron, no. That'll be routine ground out. All right, Solomon Horn from Racine. We got lots of Racine players on the offense here. Gold catcher, yep. Strikeout unless he's a good eye. Nope, that's out. Number 2, Josh Bell. Fresh, yep, you betcha. Strikeout, and that will end the inning. And they'll bring in Bud Law. But before that happens, Xavier Colon will be pitching from Duluth, coming in to pitch the bottom of the third. All right, so starting off is Bud Law from Grand Rapids, the Grays. And is he a home run king? Semi-home run king? Nope, otherwise fly out center field, 1 out. All right. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter, Grant Eagle. Looks like a good candidate. Actually, let's do Oscar Ocasio. He's a semi-iron hitter. All right, we'll just put him here just so everybody can see him. He'll be going up against Xavier Colon. All right, here we go. Is he a hero? No. Pop out to second. And it'll be an experience check for Damaso Asavius versus Sonny Haskins. All right, sorry, Xavier Colon. So they're both neutral, so they have nothing here. You won't be able to see this roll. Full count, batter steps out of the box, timeout, play resumes, roll decided eye for base on balls or strikeouts. So If it's a bullet, it's a base on balls. If it's a non-bullet strikeout, it is a base on balls. So he gets a walk. And that'll bring up Tito Valenza. And is the pitcher fresh? Yep, line out to second. That will end the inning. So another base runner left and still no hits out of the East team. We now go to the West, where they will be facing Armando Bravo. And I think, no, we have one more starting pitcher after this into the 5th inning. So the top of the 4th, Estubio Felix. And asking for if the pitcher has control. Yes, that is one out. It's a ground out to shortstop. They will be bringing in, let's see here, Armando Palacios. Armando is a shortstop, semi-iron shortstop. He'll be hitting next. Pitcher flash, yep, strikeout unless he's a good eye, and he doesn't, and that'll be a strikeout. Out number 2. All right, brings up Kyle Drees. Struggler, nope, ground out to first or third. That'll be it for the top of the 4th. All right, Xavier Cologne is done, and we bring in Cooper Grant from Madison to throw at the bottom of the 4th against Vince Hairston. All right. All righty. Is the pitcher wild? Nope. Slugger or utility? Yes. That's a line out to shortstop. That's the first out. Johnny Fortune's up. Pitcher ace or star, semi-star? Yes. Ground out to shortstop, 2 outs. And that'll bring up Travis Harvey. Pitcher an ace? No. Champion, semi-champion? Yes. And that is the first hit for them as they get a runner on first in Travis Harvey. All right, Demetrius Farrow is up. Fresh, yep, strikeout, and that will end the inning. So they got the runner on, but then nothing else happened from that. That'll bring up Maury Lynn. And pitching to him will be Greg Goolsby from the Kalamazoo Caribou. All right, so Maury Lynn, here we go. Both flash and fresh. Yep, struck him out. That's 1. Jorge Gonzalez. Lead up better. Nope, fly out. He was fly out to right field. Ricky Roynell. Unusual result. It's going to be on the umpire chart, so you won't be able to see this one. Base is empty. Strict umpire at third. It is a questionable umpire at third. So otherwise, it's a fair ball double. All right. That'll bring up Doug Rosello. Whiffer. Nope. Outfield drama. So this is one you won't be able to see. Left fielder Gold. Nope. It's going to be a single. And that will be just a 1-base single. All right. That brings up Solomon Horn. And he's rolling on the chemistry chart. Pitching team distance, no. Otherwise, infield drama. Second baseman Gold, no. He is semi-iron, actually. So that is going to be a solid single. And it'll be a 1-base single. So it will be runners on first and second and a score. And actually, we'll just move this to here. So still 2 outs, runners on first and second. That will bring up Josh Bell. Runners on plate drama. Sorry. That'll be catcher iron, no. Otherwise strike. And I'm going to roll on the umpire chart. Runners on first and second. Questionable umpire at home, no. Other umpires rule runner safe, other runner to third. So it's the batter singles, and bases are loaded. All right. So another hit. That'll bring up the Studio Felix. Ace or star? Yes. Well, no, maybe not. Yes, it is. Deep fly out right field. That will end the inning. But not before giving up one more run. And that will be it for him. All right. Cooper Grant is done. Bringing in Rafael Valdez to throw the last of the starting pitcher innings for this game. He'll be facing Matt Hubstick. Not a struggler. Is the batter patient? No, he is not. So it'll be ground out to third unless it's a whiffer. He is not, so it's just going to be ground out to third. All right. I'll bring up Bud Law from the Grand Rapids Grays. Fresh? No. Or yes, he is. And that'll be 2 outs. All right, they're going to bring in let's see here. They're going to bring in Paxton Friel from Kalamazoo. This is my first baseman for my team. So we'll just put him right here. I guess he's the possible third out here. Struggler, no. Champion or patient, no. Otherwise, infield drama, so he still has a chance. Third baseman, gold. No, he's semi-iron, actually, so it's going to be a base hit. So he gets a hit. Runner on first. It's Paxton Friel on base. All right. Damaso Savas is next. Pitching at home, no. Slugger, yes. Double. And that's going to be a 2-base double, so runners on first and third. Another hit. And that brings up Tito Valenza. All right. Oh, that's disappointing. Flash and fresh. Yep, so that'll be a third strikeout, and they get nothing out of that. And that will bring up their pitching spot. Changing pitchers, going to now the relief pitchers. So Chick Schramm coming in. It's going to be a little bit more difficult now. So some of the closers from this league are coming in now, and some of the better relief pitchers. So they're going to bring in Gary Mosby to try to get something going here for them, even though they're already winning 4-0. They'll be ground out to first. That will bring up Kyle Drees. All right. Home run king. No, not even close. Be a fly out center field. Moylan. Struggler, no. Patient. Semi, but not. Ground out to third, unless he's a whiffer, he's not. So that'll just be a ground out to third. And that is the third out. All right. Now pitching for the West. Todd, the Heat Seeker Hampa from Peoria. He'll be facing Vince Hairston. Control pitcher, double control. So it's going to be a ground out to pitcher. Ground out to pitcher. And we are now to Travis Harvey. Struggler, no, ground out. And that is the inning. 1, 2, 3. Todd Hampa knocks him down. All right, top of the 7th inning, Chick Schramm will be replaced by Harvey Nixon. Harvey Nixon from Kalamazoo. All right, Jorge Gonzalez. Pitcher and the batter the same. Righty, strikey outy. All right, that brings up Ricky Raynell. Eager? Nope. That's a walk. All right. Doug Rosello. Gold catcher? Yes, unless he has a good eye, it's a strikeout. And that'll bring up Solomon Horn. Workman, no. Champion or whiffer? He is semi-champion, but no, he got robbed of that. So it's a line out to third, ends the inning, and there will be nothing going on there. So Harvey Nixon had a good inning there. All right. So Todd, the Heat Seeker Hampa is coming out. It'll be Randy Corcoran from the Racine Robins coming in. He's very deadly pitcher. Facing off against Demetrius Farrow of Indianapolis Arrows. Struggler, nope. Ground out to first or third. And that will bring up Matt Hubestek. Fresh, yep, line out to second. And that'll bring in Bud Law. Unusual result. We're going to be going to the umpire chart. Respected umpire at second. No. Best better view of play. Overrules. Incorrect call by first base umpire. Batter ruled safe at first. Otherwise, it looks like the batter will be out, so it's going to be an out. All right. So, I'll get Paxton Friel out of there. He does not belong there. All right. So, top of the 8th inning, it's going to be new pitcher. It'll be Logan Mackel from Columbus. And just if you want to realize just how stacked Steve Towers' team was last year, most of the guys on this team were on Steve's team last year. He had a really stacked team. So I don't know if Steve's in here. Dave Little commented Heat Seeker. What a nickname. It is a great nickname. It came with the set. So, yeah. I don't know if Steve's in here. I don't think he is, but if he is, you're basically your whole team from last year is in here. All right. So Josh Bell against Logan Mackel. Here we go. Struggler, no. Champion or patient? He is neither. So it's going to be infield drama. Infield drama says the second baseman iron. He is semi-iron, but he is not because of the decider die. So it's going to be a routine ground serve and out. And that will bring up Estubio Felix. Is he a hero? Yes, he is. That's a single. So hit and a single. All right. And they're going to bring in Brian Sabro. This will be the guy hitting now. Runner on first, thrown out. Okay, well, that was fun. Struggler, crack, fence, no. Patient, no, he's nothing. This is interesting. So a lot of times I talked about this game. You look at a card like this, and look, you see that there's no stats on this card, which is kind of interesting. This guy here, he's completely average player. He's not bad. He's not horrible. He made it on the All-Star squad, so there's a lot worse players than him out there. So, but in a league where, because this is a modern, based off of modern league, there's a lot of players in here that are whiffer, what have you, and he doesn't have that. So that he actually makes him a good player. But anyways, doesn't make him a good player for this at bat because he's going to ground out to third anyways, and that will end the inning. All right, so that will be that. We're going to the bottom of the 8th inning, and they're going to their leadoff guy. Their new pitcher over here is going to be Ross Nutter. Again, another former player from Steve's team last year. It's like he had the all-star squad last year. Anyways, Ross is going to be pitching to Damaso Siva. Or no, he's pitching over here. We need to get somebody to hit for them. So Grant Eagle is going to bat here. Okay, Workman or Gilded, no. Whiffer. Semi-whiffer, yes. Strikeouts. That's one out. I'll bring up Damaso Savius now. All right. Ace? No. Whiffer or Cold? No. Infield drama. Second baseman Iron? No, I don't think he is. No, he's semi-gold, actually. It's going to be a routine ground out. That's 2. Tito Valenza. Pitching at home. We're not having home or away pitchers, so that won't be a concern. Is he a slugger? Semi, yes, double. So it's a hit, and like pretty much this entire game, they get their hits or runners on base late with 2 outs and then don't make anything of it. So let's see if Vince Hairston can change that. Ace or dynamic? No, he is not. Sansack utility or patient, he is not. So there we go. We got a single. And this one, runners advance 2 bases on any hits. So that is going to be a score. So we got our first run in from Vince Hairston. All right, Johnny Fortune is up 2 outs. Runner on first base. Wild, nope. Good eye. No, strikeout, and that'll be it. And we go to the top of the 9th, and we're starting with a hot cold check. And like I said, we're just going to go neutral on everything here. They're going to bring in Carlos Ramirez from Kalamazoo. This is one of my pitchers. This is my number 2 reliever behind Harvey Nixon. All right. It's Kyle Drees. Will be facing him. And here we go. This is on the blue chart. Timeout, and this will be a walk. All right, so leadoff walk given by Carlos Ramirez. Carlos Ramirez, as good as his card is, has been pretty horrible for me. So this is his normal performance. I think he has quite a few losses actually right now, which is kind of weird. He's blown some games. Just yeah, crazy. Control. Ground out to pitcher. So this is going to be weird because how this is going to work is going to be a fielder's choice essentially, and it happens twice. So it's going to be 2 outs. In the end, however, Jorge Gonzalez will be on first because they're both fielder's choice hits, and being that he's double control. So that brings up Ricky Roynell. Is the pitcher an ace? Yes. And there'll be a fly out to right field for the 3rd out, and that will be it for that inning. Go to the bottom of the 9th. This is it. This is where it's all on the line. All right. So, pitching for the West, Rex Dooley from Rockford. He'll be facing Travis Harvey from Kalamazoo. Let's see if Travis can get something started here. Is he a scrapper? No. Is he? He hits a double unless he's a home run king. He is a semi-home run king, and it is gone. Home run, and it is now 4-2. Demetrius Farrow is up. Pitcher and the batter the same. Lefty, lefty, strikey outy. Wow, crazy. 2 lefties there. All right, Matt Hoopstick. Ace or star? Yes, that'll be it. Let's pop out to first. That's 2 outs. Comes down to Bud Law. See if he can keep the hopes alive for the East Division. Flash, strikeout. Unless he has a good eye, he does not, and that is it. So our final here from Columbus, from Sentinel Mutual Field, it is the Western Division 4 and the Eastern Division 2. So there you go, folks. That's it. And it's interesting. I just got an email from Keith as I finish this off. Keith and I have been exchanging emails about a future project I'm working on. So actually, this is a great segue for this because I'm going to talk about this now real quick before I end this video because we ran this game pretty quick. So future project here. I had just purchased the 2010 NFL season for second season football, and I had sent Keith an email regarding what the earliest consecutive season going back from this year was that they had the player finders in 2010 just happened to be it. And because I'm like a Green Bay Packer fan, this worked out really well because that's the year that they went to the Super Bowl. But that said, I was like, what would it would be a really cool idea if um, I had a Premier League or English club style football league. Like take the NFL teams, break them into levels, and then each year promote and relegate a certain amount of teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the NFL 2009 standings, and I've ranked all of the teams based on their finish. Used a few tiebreakers and stuff here. Basically, I used the point differentials for each team based on number of points they scored versus points allowed. I used that as a tiebreaker instead of any games played or whatever, or divisional record or anything like that. This was just the easier way to do it. And then I took the top 8 teams. Those teams will be in the Champions Division. The next 8 teams will be in Division One. The next 8 teams will be in Division Two, and the last 8 teams will be in Division Three. So they'll play out that season. The Champions Division will play all 7 of the other. Each team would play the other 7 teams in their division twice, once home, once away. Total of 14 games. That'll happen in each of the other divisions. Bottom 2 teams of the Champions League will get relegated down to Division One. The top 2 teams from Division One will get promoted up to the Champions Division. This will keep going all the way down until we get to the end. So that's the idea that I'm thinking about there with that. And then I was thinking starting 2010 season, I would choose one team to play through. Of course, I'm going to play the Green Bay Packers, and they just happen to be in the Champions Division that year. So, but I can see where they may fall back after a while. The cool thing about this, I think it's going to be fun, is that um, the the way this should play is that each of the divisions should be very competitive. So even if you're in that worst division, all the games that you're playing are going to be against really bad teams. So theoretically, there could be some teams that squeak in there that they may have had a bad year one year, then they end up back, drop down into a division somewhere, and that next year, maybe it's a Seahawks team or something like Seahawks had a really good year one year, and then they just zoomed up, from being like one of the worst teams to one of the best teams or something like that. They could just dominate the division they're in, and they'll get promoted the next year, and then whatever. But it should make for some interesting play, I think. The second thing I'm going to do with this is, and this is I think what Keith had just probably emailed me about, was regarding an article that he had wrote regarding second season football and reimagining football, and he talked about the XFL coming out and his hopes and desires for XFL being that Vince McMahon had promised all these cool changes um, to uh, to football, to the XFL, and some of the ideas that Keith had floated was doing 3 downs like Canadian football, having the front lines of the offense and defense be a yard apart, so enhance the running game a little bit, and make it a little bit more worthwhile, especially with only being their 3 downs instead of 4 downs. And then shortening the game a bit, so basically doing like 10-minute quarters or something like that. And so, he proposed some ideas as to how to change second season, and I think I'm going to follow most of those and maybe add a few more, maybe make a few changes here and there. But I'll come up with some kind of final result. I'm going to play testing games as well. I think Keith may have done that as well. And that was kind of what he was emailing me about. I hope we'll have to see. But that's kind of giving you an idea. And just people who viewed this video, I'm not going to put this information out on my channel or on the Plaay channel on Facebook right now. or on Delphi forums. So those of you who are listening to this video, either now or later on, when after this has been recorded and saved up in the universe there, um, you know that this is something that only you guys will know about right now. So um, thank you everybody that is watching now or that will be watching this. I noticed that Dave has been on there. Dave says, nice, that sounds like a fun project. That's cool. So yeah, that'll be it for tonight. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope to do more of these. Let me know what you think of this. That's it. So good night.